Wow. Oh, I don't even know what to say now. Um, well, hey everyone. My name is Kayla, and I'm very excited to be here tonight. I'm all shook. Okay. I would have never thought that I would be in this exact spot 3 years ago. This would have never happened without all of you. So I just want to take a minute to say a big thank you to everyone who has supported Boys and Girls Club. So everybody, all of you, thank you. Wow. Without programs like Kara, a lot of kids just like me would still be in the same position I was not too long ago. I had no idea that there was so much more for me out there, and because of these programs I have learned healthier, smarter, and stronger ways to enjoy my life and spend my time. Because of these programs, there's a safe place to go, there are fun things to do, and there are safe people to talk to. Without these programs, most kids would get bored, get curious, and most likely end up in the wrong crowd. Tonight, I will not lie to you. Tonight, I'm not afraid to share my past because no matter what I have been through, or what I have seen, or what I have done, none of my actions identify me for who I am now. The person I was a year ago is not the person I am today, and that's a big reason why I'm here to say thank you. I have always had a huge smile on my face, always ready to make new friends, always ready to try new things, always curious with lots of questions, and everybody loves to be around me. I have always been very open and accepting of everyone around me, no matter who they are or where they came from. My vibes are very strong, and that can be a good thing, but it can also be a bad thing. The reason I say that these qualities of mine can be a bad thing is because I can go with the flow so much that I forget what I am doing, and I don't even realize that even chilling can be a bad thing. It all started around grade 3. I would actually try in class. I would raise my hand, I would ask questions. I would try to read, but it was very hard for me to keep up. I started having difficulties in school. By the time grade 6 came, I just gave up. I didn't really care to try at that point because no one would help me when I asked. My mom was never really there to help me when I asked her for school or anything. My dad didn't really know what was going on because he works a lot. I barely went to school, I'm not gonna lie. At the time, as an 11-year-old girl, I didn't really know what I was getting into. At first, I would just leave school to have fun with my friends. But then when I learned how to use a scale, I started to sell. Everybody wanted to come around me, and that's when we started to party. We would drink and we would get high almost every night, even if it was a school day. Time was going so fast, I didn't even realize what I had started. By the time I turned 13, it became more serious. I normalized everything. I stopped partying, and I started to sell heavier stuff. I also started to recruit other girls without even knowing that I was doing it. When I went missing in the summer of 2018, I got so deep in my ways. I didn't even realize that I was hurting my family. I didn't even realize that I was hurting my body, my brain, my friends, people I didn't even know. I was putting so many people at risk, and most of all, I was putting myself at risk. I had no idea. I really thought I was just chilling most of the time. I was so zoned out or something because people would tell me that something is wrong, but I never saw a problem with what I was doing. I thought it was all normal, and that is not okay. Normalizing all that stuff for a little kid is not okay. After I went missing, people would tell me that I would end up like my mom. And the way I was going, I realized they were right. I realized I needed to change something. I needed to change my ways now before it gets to that point. I was introduced to Hera in September of 2018. That really gave me a reality check or something. Because once I started Hera, I never wanted to go back to my old lifestyle. One of the staff at Hera asked me, "What is it that you like so much about the program?" I said, "It's nothing specific, but it's the way it makes me feel. I feel clean, I feel safe, I feel sober, and I always want to feel like this." Now that I think of it, I felt horrible before. I felt sick, I felt dirty, I felt tired. Before I had no routine, but now I have a routine, and it feels amazing. Let me tell you that. For the first time in my life, I have 100% on my attendance, and that's a first. Before now, I have never had a Yeah, 100% on my attendance. That was the first. Before now, I have never had a schedule. I was never on time. This year is the first time in my life that I showed up every day to school. I get a good night's sleep. I pack my lunch and I show up to school on time. I do my work every day. If I could come to school on the weekend, I totally would. But most of all, my favorite part of the day is going home to my family. This year I realized my family is more important than anything else. These programs really opened so many doors for me. It really opened my eyes and made me notice that there was so much more out there than the life I was living before. Now, every day is new. I love how much I'm learning. I'm learning new ways to love myself and to love others. I'm trying new activities that make me excited for my future. If I could share some advice to other youth, it would be that it all starts with you. You have to want the change and believe in yourself. Believe that you can do it and you will, because no one else will do that for you.
And I get to follow Kayla. Kayla, thank you for sharing your willingness to share your story and inspiring all of us tonight. So if you're touched